welcome to Only Besties. I'm Kim.
And I'm Caroline. Happy New Year.
Oh,
Second week
2026.
second week of January or third week? Second week.
Second
Ugh,
week. I know. It
only
feels
the
like it.
second week.
It feels like it. But yeah, today we will be talking about Bratz.
Bratz, the dolls, the ones that served face. Like
Oh,
I
so
looked them
good.
up to like get a refresher because
Yeah.
remember what they look like, but I needed to
Yeah,
see it.
yeah.
I'm like, wow, they just were so cool.
No, I loved them. I think I had like all of like the main girls. I had all of them. And I learned how to braid for the first time ever. I'm Chloe.
Interesting.
Yep,
I feel
that
like
was how I
their
learned how to
hair
braid.
wouldn't be. I had the Barbie head.
Oh, I love
That
that. I never
Barbie
got
head
that.
style thing where you do
Yeah.
their hair, yeah.
Yes, no, those always looked so cool.
But sorry, I blinked.
You're good.
No,
But yeah,
that's
it
how,
was a solid doll.
yeah, the Bratz, I didn't realize how much drama surrounded Bratz, like
Yeah.
as a doll.
Yeah. I mean, I know growing up, like within my like friend parental groups or whatever, like they were always known as like the more scandalous doll.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's how
they
you grew up with
really
them.
weren't that
Oh
bad.
my God, no, they were not skinny. I'm
No,
sorry, they were this just because they had a little bit of attitude in their
because
faces.
they were brats. Like,
Yes, no,
yeah.
exactly. We still got all of them and we loved it. I don't know. Actually, I was gonna say we can talk about our favorites as we kind of go, um, in
Start with
lines.
the origin of Bratz.
Yes,
The
yes.
ancient texts of how Bratz came to be.
I didn't realize that they were this old.
Yeah, so the creator was Carter Bryant. In 1999, he was working part-time designing porcelain dolls and part-time at Old Navy. And he lived with his parents, which I was like, oh, a true story, like of someone who
Yeah,
made something of themselves.
yeah, that's wild.
And he used to work at Mattel, but he left because he felt like his creativity was being stifled. So when he was
Mm,
driving home from his job at Old Navy one day, he passed by a group of teenage girls that had attitudes. Like they looked attitudey, so
love
bratty,
that.
essentially.
Yes.
And it inspired him to create the dolls, and he created four, and he called them Zoe, Holiday, Lupe, and Jade.
Love.
And I thought that was really I was like, he just drove past. I was like, I wish those girls knew
Yeah,
that
I
they inspired
wonder.
Bratz, you know? It was
Honestly,
like in Missouri. He was in
oh,
Missouri. Yeah.
interesting. Yeah, that would be so fascinating to like know that like each doll was like inspired by a girl that he just drove past. Like, look,
Yeah.
what an honor.
I
You
know.
know?
And the fact that they put out such strong vibes there, he's like, let me do
Yeah.
something with this.
Yeah, like you were such an inspiration that like
Yeah.
I have a whole franchise now on you.
But he like took their energy, and then he was also inspired by early 2000s club fashion,
Oof,
pop
yes.
culture like Destiny's Child, and then
Ooh.
teen magazines, and specifically from the teen magazine 17. And
My gosh.
Steve Madden had an ad for shoes, and it was a devil angel ad, and I'll post
Yeah.
it because I found it, and it was like
Yeah.
how he got the Bratz inspiration from
I
that.
love that because I remember that being like a huge part of their marketing campaign, and which literally goes to the next thing, girls with the passion for fashion.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh, when I
because he
tell you,
wanted them fashionable.
wow, I just was reading that while you were reading that, and I literally just a bunch of memories came flooding into my mind.
Yeah.
Girls with the passion for fashion, but like, do you remember that?
Yeah.
Oh my God,
And
such a good part of
so,
childhood.
yeah, thank you, Brian or Carter Bryant, for the creating such a, as he sounds like a Brian. I don't know. I was like, let me,
Yeah.
I feel like his name should be Brian.
Hey, it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah. But he showed his designs to a friend who was a freelancer at MGA Entertainment, and then his friend set up a meeting between Carter and the CEO Isaac Larian, who asked his design team. So, but before the meeting,
Ooh,
the CEO asked his
yeah.
design team to come up with a unique fashion doll because they're trying to like compete with Barbie from
Yeah.
Mattel.
Yeah. Oh, which is so fascinating. And I don't know if people knew this, but the idea was pitched because of Barbie's overly polished image, which honestly makes
Barbie's
sense.
the straight A student.
Yes, yeah,
Yeah,
like the
rule
very
follower, stickler.
yes,
Mhm.
which, I mean, I
And
don't
Barbie
know.
doesn't really have a personality, you
Yeah,
know what I
very,
mean?
like, cookie cutter,
Yeah,
so I love this. Oh, no, like, the Bratz fashion on my Barbie dolls, or I called them Barbie dolls too, but, like, my
yeah,
Bratz dolls fashion versus my Barbie dolls fashion was
very
just
different.
very
I feel like
different.
Bratz was more teenager, and Barbie
Yeah,
was more, like,
yeah.
woman.
Yes, yes, no, I agree. Yeah, I loved the Bratz fashion. Oh my god, some of those outfits were so cool.
I'd still wear them today, like, I hope they should do a Bratz
Yeah.
line for
Oh, that
30-year-olds,
would
like,
be
I would
awesome.
totally buy it. Yeah.
I think they did that when, the movie came out. Like, they had
When
a
did
little
I
line.
remember the movie, but what I didn't
It was
look up when
around
it
the time
came
of
out.
Click. It was around the same time as
The
Click.
Click.
Yeah.
Yeah, cause the sister in Pretty Little Liars, Mona? Was it Mona who was
Yeah,
in it?
she was Jane, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh my, that's so wild. Yeah, but I love that they focused on fashion, attitude, and friendship, and they were marketed as, like, a tight-knit group?
Yeah. So, like, that's really okay, so after Carter showed I'll come back to the tight-knit group thing because I really like how they did that.
Oh, I skipped things, sorry.
No, it's okay, 'cause I was like, it ties back. I was like, it's really interesting, but
Yeah.
Carter showed him the sketches, and Isaac, the CEO, thought they looked like aliens, but his 11-year-old daughter, Jasmine, thought they were really cute.
Oh,
And I remember seeing a podcast clip, I think, of his daughter on a podcast talking about that.
really?
Yeah, I'll see if I can find it. It was, like, in
Oh,
passing, I think a couple months
fascinating.
ago. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's so cool.
But, so then Isaac was like he went with his, like, he daughter's opinion because she was the targeted audience, and
Yeah.
then, Carter signed a consulting agreement with MGA and resigned. So he was working at Mattel for the time, like, for the year, I guess, for money or something.
Okay.
So he resigned from them and then went to, MGA, which will
Okay.
come back later.
Oh, oh dear.
But they wanted a very diverse group of girls, which I thought was pretty cool for that time because you don't get that back then
Yeah,
really,
no,
you know?
absolutely. I mean, I think it was very diverse. It was a good mix of everything, which is really nice, especially to little girls that want to play with dolls. And
Yeah,
Barbie was kind of like, I feel like a one in, I mean, I think as time got on, Barbie has now very
Barbie's
diverse.
evolved, yeah.
Yeah. But back in the day, it
Barbie
was
was
kind
pretty
of,
Barbie, like, you
yeah,
got a Barbie. They all looked
yeah,
similar, they had their careers, but, like, they
yeah,
didn't have different personalities, like the Bratz.
yeah. Oh, it was so good.
So and then he sold the idea to MGA Entertainment. So he sold his idea, and then they took it and created Bratz from it, and it became the
Oh,
manufacturer's most successful venture ever.
wow.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
and then Lupe, the original, was changed to Yasmin after Jasmine, his daughter, which I thought was cute.
Oh, I love that.
And then Zoe was changed to Chloe, or Zoe, I mean, I guess however
Yeah,
you wanna
yeah.
say it, and then Halliday, right?
Yeah, I think it's Holiday.
Hallidae
Yeah,
was changed to
Holiday.
I'm glad they changed these names,
Oh
changed
my
to
gosh, yeah.
Sasha, and then Jade
Yeah.
remained Jade because Jade's a
Yeah.
cool name,
Yeah,
but
Jade's so cool.
I think Yasmin's a lot better than the name Lupe. Yasmin has a little bit more,
Yeah, Flair.
sass. Yeah. And then Isaac, the CEO, decided not to label the girls with, like, any specific ethnicities, so other girls did not feel
Oh,
excluded,
yeah, that's so
which is, like,
nice.
that tight-knit friend group thing, like, he didn't
Yeah.
want any labels, he wanted them all to be equal, essential.
Yeah, which I love that. And then they were all friends,
Yeah,
you know?
and then so they
Aw.
were premiered during the licensing show in 2001, and they sold 4,000 pieces to Spain the following week.
Wow.
Okay, and then Chloe was the doll that was shown the most interest, which because she was white. I
Of
like, it doesn't
course.
take yeah, some only places wanted to order her, but Isaac refused and said, "You buy all or none," which
Ooh,
is I
yes.
that's we're the tight-knit group, like, he's like, "You get one or you get all of
Oh, I
them, you get
love
none of them."
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I thought that was really cool, he's like, "You're not just gonna buy one." So, like,
Yeah.
there's only white Bratz dolls on the shelf, we made them so, like, every girl of colors can, like, pick
I
whoever they
love
want.
that.
I thought that was really cool for the time.
Yeah, no, that is.
And it was super successful, obviously, and
Oh
grossed
my gosh, yeah.
97,000,000 in global sales during the
Wow.
opening year,
Just in the
and it
opening year.
rose to 2 billion by 2005. I did not know
Wow.
they were so popular.
I mean, I feel like I did, but, like, I
Like,
didn't
you
know to
knew
the
they were
extent of
popular,
dollars, you
but
know?
not
Yeah.
to this extent.
Yeah, yeah, that's wild. Yeah, no, I don't did you which ones did you have?
Okay, so that one's a little bit because I don't have as many specific memories of them, but I do think Jade was my favorite because I was in
She
my
was my favorite.
tomboy phase,
Yeah,
and I think she was the cooler like, I feel like she was the cooler one because she was, like, more edgy, you
I
know?
love that. I'm bad and I had all them.
Yeah. Well, you
I'll
were a
go over
doll
here.
family, yeah.
Yes, yes. But Jade was definitely my favorite. Chloe, I feel Chloe was my first, 'cause which is so funny that, like, when you were
Because
saying
she
that
was the
Chloe
most
was
popular, yeah.
yes, but I was like, that was the first doll I got, and then I got, Sasha, and then Jade, and then Yasmin.
I think I
But I
was
guess
between Jade and Sasha because I thought
oh,
they
yeah,
were the
Sasha was so
cooler
cool
ones.
too, and I
Yeah.
liked Sasha's colors because, like, she had more orangey yellow colors.
Yeah.
Jade had blue and black, so I was like, "Yeah,
Yeah.
she's my
Yeah,
girl."
it appealed to my tomboyness.
Yes. Yeah, but I
But
don't know if we wanna go over, like, each of the girls'
core
names?
girls, as
Yeah.
I put them in here as a refresher because I needed a refresher,
Yeah,
and I
no, I
figured
love
other
that.
people, but
Yes.
we'll start with Yasmin, and her nickname was Pretty Princess. Do you remember that? Their
That's so
nicknames
funny,
make me laugh
yes.
when I
Yes.
so her original description was of having Afro-Latina Hispanic descent, and then they kinda just made her very broad, so, like, if
Yeah,
it doesn't matter, like, whatever, whoever fits with
yeah.
that one. And she's the 2nd most produced doll behind Chloe.
Really? Wow.
So she was the so her and Chloe were, like, the 2 front runners.
Yeah, okay.
And then she was a singer in a punk rock band, Rock Angels, and in the pop group Space Angels. I'm like, wow, they're really creative with these names.
I love that.
And then her fashion, because 'cause they're the fashion dolls, she was the bohemian, which is why I think she was probably the most popular during that
Yeah.
time with Chloe because of the preppiness, and the bohemian was very popular
Yeah,
with
yeah.
and she had her, like, prints, her neutrals, earth tones,
I love
mixing
that.
fabrics and textures, and, like, her personality was more quiet and feminine, and she had regal vibes, I would described her as.
Oh, I love that. This makes me wanna go back into my
I
parents'
wanna go
basement
buy it,
and
like,
find the
go to the
tubs. I
I
wanna
know I
find these
literally wanna
dolls.
go to Target and pick one out, like, now and
Yeah,
see
I
which one
wonder
I
what they
pick.
look like now, you
They're
know?
probably not as cool as they used to be.
Yeah, I think that they're taller now, if I remember
Oh,
correctly.
really?
Yeah,
Do their
last
feet still
time
come off?
that I don't know, but I just remember them being like I was like, "Whoa, that's what brats look like now?" I was, like, a little taken aback. I think they're, like, longer
I'm gonna
now
look next time I'm
because they used to
getting
be so short without their shoes, remember that?
'cause they're missing their feet. They
Yeah,
were
which
just
was, like, such a cool aspect of them for being dolls, like, you could really customize, and it
Yeah.
was less hard to
You didn't
freaking
lose
lose
the
those
shoes.
shoes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
'cause they were weapons. Those things were clunky.
Literally. But Chloe's the next one, and I don't know if I mean, nobody can see this, but is her name spelled CLOE or is there not an H in there?
No, COLE, I saw that and it annoyed me. I'm like, "Why didn't they put an
What?
H?"
Oh, I
Chloe.
mean, that's pretty, I love it,
I've
but
never seen Chloe spelled like that before.
I
It looks
didn't
like
know that.
Chloe, like,
Yeah,
that's what
no,
her names look like,
literally.
Chloe.
Wow, I love that. But most people assume her to be the leader of the pack. She's the more like, she's the sweeter one, she's the softer one, and her nickname was Angel. And I remember
'Cause but
she
she's
always
the
had the
sweet
angel.
one.
Yes.
Yeah,
She always had the angel advertising with like the light blue, pink, and like the angel wings. Do you remember that?
yeah,
That was like, yeah, that was wild. And then, oh my gosh, this is so funny. She's a Gemini and she's a singer in a punk rock band and is one of the founders of Bratz magazine. Love that for her.
yeah.
Yes, queen. And then her fashion includes animal prints, sparkle fabrics, some sporty outfits, and then crazy accessories, which, yeah, is bringing back the memes
Yeah.
now.
Like, preppy fun, I guess.
Yeah.
Also, Yasmin was a Leo. I forgot to put that in there because I was like, "She has Leo energy."
Oh my gosh, that's
Yeah.
gold.
I had their
I love
birthdays when I
that.
looked them up.
Oh, that's so cool.
Mhm.
Oh, I love it. I don't know if you want to do Jade.
Okay. Jade, my our favorite. Her nickname
Yes.
was Cool Cat.
Heck yes, that's awesome.
And her original description was an Asian girl, skinnier than her friends that enjoyed playing bass, studying violin, and child psychology. And I'm like, that's like a stereotypical Asian.
Literally, literally. Oh my
Like
gosh.
if you were to pick a stereotype of an Asian kid, like
Yeah. Oh
but
my
she was a
gosh.
Scorpio, which I was like, "Ah, perfect." Like that here's her energy.
Ooh.
And then she
Yeah.
was also a singer in the same pop punk rock band. And her fashion was unique and trendy. She liked to shop at the fashionable boutiques, but also, like, thrift shops, like, kinda
Yeah,
alt fashion,
I love
and she was
that.
the smartest of the group.
I do remember that. Yeah, it's wild, because I'm like I remember I think other than, like, the live action movie, there was really nothing like, no books about them, it was just the Barbie doll, so how did we get all this information on them? Or was there
No,
books
they
on
had
them?
books.
They did?
Yeah. Yeah, we'll talk about that in the next part when
Oh.
Barbie comes in. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm jumping ahead.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. And last but not least is Sasha. Loved her. She's
Mhm.
my second favorite. And
She had cool
her
vibes.
yeah, she did.
Mhm.
She was like an original idea of an African American girl that can play the drums. She spins the turntable. She studies French and she's does a lot of acting and she's into political science, which is pretty cool.
I was like, "Oh, she sounds like
And
an NYU, like,
yeah, no,
student."
totally. Totally. And
Yeah.
this is funny because it says she's more of a secondary character like Jade, which I don't know why. Like, I
I
feel
don't
like
know
they
why
all
those
were
2
just
fell to
very,
the back.
yeah,
I think
they
it's by
all,
sales. I think that's how they kind of
oh, okay. Her nickname was Bunny Boo. Love that. Oh, she's a Leo too. Interesting. She worked part-time as a DJ in Genie Magic. She was a rapper and a singer in pop and rap groups. She was the sassiest of
she
them.
was the sassy one.
I love that. She has a hip hop R&B style streetwear with some beanies and jeans, and I do remember the beanies.
Yeah, she had cool
She, yeah.
she had more, like, urban, like, street style
Yeah, like a New York
fashion.
City, like grunge street
Yeah,
style
that's
for
where I
sure.
could see her. She probably ended up there, maybe, like,
Oh,
in
I
a
love that. This,
alter world.
yeah. I
Okay,
don't know if
so
you
this
want to
is
take it like
when
next.
yeah, this is when Barbie comes into play. So,
Jeez.
to compete with Bratz, Mattel in 2002 released their My Scene dolls, which I loved. Did you like My Scene? I thought that was so cool.
You know, I vaguely remember my scene.
I played a computer game of it. I don't remember if it was on the internet or a DVD, but I remember playing it on the computer.
I think we had maybe one, but it wasn't really
Yeah.
our thing. But that's
I liked
interesting.
My Scene. I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, that was very popular." Like, they were incredibly popular, but they didn't make a dent in the sale from Bratz.
Ooh, interesting.
And then Mattel in 2003, released Flava doll, and I looked these up, I'll post them. They were
Oh, I
so
can't
weird
wait.
looking. They
I've
released
never even
Flava
heard of them.
dolls. That was Flava. I was like, "Who came up with this name?
Yeah.
Like, what kid's gonna be like, 'Mom, can I have a Flava doll?'"
No,
I
that's
was like
terrible.
but it was like they're, like, trying to get in on, like, the Bratz. What made
Yeah.
Bratz great was their diversity and all their stuff.
Yeah. You
But
just can't
it was
compete.
they can't, like, it was a good idea, they have to think of something different. Like, you
Yeah,
can't piggyback off of it, but
totally get
obviously,
that.
they were not successful, and they were discontinued after a year.
Oh
And
my gosh,
then
that's wild.
for MGA in 2004, they signed a deal with Grosset and Dunlop publisher for Bratz books. They signed a deal with 20th Century Fox for live animated films, and then they teamed up with Upper Deck Company to create a Bratz fashion party. So they did
What?
have books.
Okay.
I don't think they were, like, what I reached for because I don't remember
Yeah.
them.
Wow,
That's why I was
I
like,
don't know why,
Bratz
I
was
just
so
don't
popular.
remember.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I'm trying to remember if they had a cartoon show or something. Because I know there was a live action
Maybe?
movie.
I
I
feel like I
literally
should have
don't
looked this
know.
up, but I was like,
No, you're totally fine. But, like, I'm like, "How did we get all this information?" I don't think there was a cartoon show, to be
"Oh, they
honest with
did.
them. They
2
did?
seasons. Tia Mowry was Sasha."
Oh, yeah, no, that was not it, though. That was not what I was thinking.
Interesting cast.
It's just very bad graphics.
Yeah, it's what you would expect from a 2005
Oh,
animation
yeah, I also
show.
had the guy doll, too.
I didn't remember they had guys.
Oh, shoot, I don't remember his name, but, um, he had an earring, and I was like, "Oh, what a rebel."
Okay. That's how Kim picked her boy dolls, earrings.
Literally. I'm like, "Oh my gosh, that's wild."
Okay, so then while Bratz is, like, taking over the world,
Yeah.
and so, like, by 2005, MGA was selling 800 million worth of Bratz dolls, and then by 2006, they beat Barbie as the number 1
Wow.
fashion-themed doll. Isn't that crazy?
I didn't know that. That's amazing. Good for them, honestly. Because
I
like,
was like,
Barbie was a freaking
Barbie
powerhouse.
was it's a power, like, you can't beat
Yeah.
Barbie. It's
Yeah,
Barbie,
no.
which Mattel was pissed. So on April 27th, 2004, Mattel filed a complaint against Carter, the creator of Bratz, like the idea, and
Oh,
they said
jeez.
he violated his employment agreement and failed to disclose his sketches and sculpt of the dolls before leaving for MGA. So he should have
Wow.
brought his ideas to them and not
Oh, yeah, frick
MGA.
off. No, you're
But he
just
knew that they
jealous.
wouldn't they just wanted Barbie themed dolls. Like that's why he
Yeah.
went to MGA.
Yeah, no, exactly. Come on.
So they're trying to sue him for this is where I was like, "Oh, it's really interesting." So it's like intellectual property. This is his
Yeah,
idea.
yeah. No, no,
Yeah.
no, for
But
sure.
because he worked for them and signed an agreement, it's
This is wild.
technically theirs, which is what
Yeah.
they were suing for.
Yeah.
And then on November 2nd, 2004, he filed a counterclaim against Mattel, and then MGA intervened also in the suit
Oh my
against Carter,
gosh.
and then they filed their own standalone complaint against Mattel for trade dress infringement, dilution, unfair competition, and unjust enrichment, alleging that Mattel infringed on MGA's distinctive packaging and interfered with their business relationships.
Wow.
Because I
That's
think
wild.
what I read is that Mattel would like not work with some people that would promote brats. But
Really?
yeah, but Mattel's so a powerhouse company, you need them to work for
Yeah,
you.
yeah, for
So that's
sure.
what I read, but I couldn't find, like, confirmed, so that's like a
Yeah, yeah.
rumor.
Allege.
Alleged, I think, unless I can find it. It's probably, like, in the
You're
court.
good.
They probably have it in, like, the actual court case, but I didn't wanna read through that whole thing.
I don't know. That's too
Yeah.
much time.
And then the judge agreed that the agreement Brian had with Mattel was liable for them to claim the rights to his work, so that case moved forward.
Dang.
And then on my birthday, July
Oh.
18th, 2008,
No.
Mattel won the lawsuit,
Oh
$100 million,
my gosh.
and had ownership of the doll line for
What?
Bratz. Yeah, they won. But on July 25th, like a week later, juror 8 was dismissed after another juror said, like, brought to attention of the court that juror number 8 made racist, inappropriate remarks about
Oh my
Isaac, the
gosh.
MGA CEO, and she said that Iranians were stubborn, rude, stingy thieves and have stolen other people's ideas. So she was biased and
Dang.
wasn't a
Yeah.
impartial juror
Yeah.
because she was racist. But
Yeah.
on August 4th, MGA's claim was denied. They were denied a motion for mistrial because they're like that
Mm.
tainted the jury pool. We need to redo it,
Yeah, for sure.
and that didn't happen.
Oh my
And
gosh.
then Mattel announced an injunction to stop MGA from producing more dolls. So Mattel wins in the court
Wow.
again, and they were able to ban MGA from making and selling Bratz dolls because it infringed on their rights, and MGA had to remove them from the shelves and reimburse
Oh
retailers
my
for their
gosh.
product.
What
So
a pain
Mattel
in
just
the
took
butt.
Bratz, like, just took them away, all
Oh,
because
that's
they're
terrible.
I was like, the court, like, imagine finding a kid and finding out, like, they got taken away because Mattel was mad that they were
Yeah.
more popular than Barbie, so they decided to sue.
Oh, that's terrible.
But good news, after a retrial in 2010, 2011, MGA won, and Mattel
Good.
was found to have stolen trade secrets from MGA, and
Mm.
Mattel was to pay MGA $88.4 million, and they got Bratz
Wow.
back.
Good.
I'm
Oh
exhausted.
god.
Yeah.
That's honestly
Is that
wild.
crazy? I was like, all of this over
Yeah.
a doll. That's why I was
Yes.
like, this is
But
crazy.
I just feel like that's how big companies work though. That like their
Yeah.
greed is just like
If Bratz wasn't
never
popular,
ending.
but because
Yeah.
it beat Barbie, they're like,
Yeah. Their
and they
egos
found out who
were
was behind. They're like,
yeah,
"Oh, he
that's
used to
wild.
work for us." So he
That's
violated his
terrible.
employment agreement, which maybe there
Yeah.
was something in there because he was a doll designer about intellectual property and ideas and stuff. But
Yeah.
like still,
But still, no, 100%.
it was just kind of
Whatever.
like a rough idea, and then MGA took it and created it into Bratz. So it's like
Yeah.
I feel like you can't. That's why I find intellectual property interesting because like,
It is
can
very
you
interesting.
control? Like, how can you sue for someone else's brain idea,
Yeah.
you
No,
know?
totally.
I think that's a little
It's a
crazy.
tricky thing, to be honest.
Yeah.
Oh, it's wild, but I'm glad that they ended
MGA
up
came out.
winning.
I'm glad they won, yeah.
Yeah, because, yeah, these dolls were definitely infamous for the best reasons, but there was, like, a lot of backlash, towards them, which is kind of wild.
for a doll, I know. I was like,
Yeah.
"Guys, it's not like a
And
movie."
and it's kind of like what we were talking about earlier is like, like they were known as like the little bit more scandy Barbie dolls per
Yeah, a little
se,
bit
or I
more
gotta stop saying Barbie dolls, but
bratty
like yeah.
attitude.
Yeah. But and a lot of people say that they were like over sexualized, which kind of makes me sad,
Well, they're
but I
teenagers,
can
but also it's like
if you do like start getting down to it, I can kind of see where they're
I
coming from in that
see it,
sense. Yeah.
but isn't it, like, a little
It's just annoying.
racist?
Yes. Well,
Because
I don't I don't know if it would be racist or sexist because it's like,
like,
again, it's
3
like
of the 4 girls are not like, they have different features, so wouldn't that make him a little racist?
I don't know. I just know that it's that same thing, like, argument that a lot of people have with like, like how girls should dress a certain way
Yeah,
to, appease like wandering eyes or whatever. It's like such bullshit. You know what I'm
blame the
talking
girl,
about?
yeah,
Yeah.
like, what
And
was
it's like
she
one of those things
wearing?
like honestly, sometimes girls just want to like dress to like look cute or like they
Yeah,
like
this is what they
something
did, they
and
dressed their personality to look
yeah.
cute.
Yeah,
I
but they
get
said
it.
that
I
yeah.
get like, I wouldn't want my teenage daughter
Yeah. No, I get
dressing
it
like
too.
them,
Yeah.
like, I understand because I'd be like, because you know what creeps are
Yeah.
out there. That's kinda
No,
like why I
exactly. It's
wouldn't
so
like it,
sad.
yeah.
It's like so
Yeah,
sad because they shouldn't have to worry about it, but unfortunately as women, we do have
we
to
gotta
worry
worry
about it
about
because guys are like that.
everything.
Yep. Yeah, so like with their big lips, so with I guess with their over sexualization, it was like the big lips, the big hair, short skirts, the thigh-high socks with like the heels kind of thing. And then apparently in 2007, the American Psychological Association included the Bratz in a report on the sexualization of minors, which is so fascinating.
Yeah. I was like, "Man, these dolls just, like, created shockwaves everywhere."
Yeah, yeah. And the report stated that the Bratz dolls come dressed in sexualized clothing such as miniskirts, fishnet stockings, and feather boas. Which also, what the
I
fuck?
don't
Oh.
remember a feather boa. Do you
Yeah, I'm
remember feather
sorry. And also,
boas?
how the hell is a feather boa? I mean, I guess like I understand with like
I
burlesque and all
remember
that,
wearing them at
but
Summer parties, you remember? Like
listen, yeah, for
yeah.
most people, I feel like a boa is like a very like um heartwarming, cute
Yeah.
little fashion thing. But
It's
I could be wrong. I don't
well, then they were I was like, "Oh, I have never seen a." Maybe we don't go to the places where feather boas are worn as, like,
I know, right?
something innocent, I guess.
But anyways, although these dolls may present no more sexualization of girls or women than in seen in MTV
But, like,
MTV
there's worse
videos.
on MTV, like,
Wait,
leave
this
the
is so
dolls out of this.
funny. Oh my gosh. It goes on to say it is worrisome when dolls designed specifically for 4 to 8-year-olds are associated with an objectified adult sexuality. I'm so sorry. At 4-year-old, you're still playing with Fisher Price
You
dolls.
don't
Why the
even
heck
think
are you
anything. Brats are
Yeah.
like I always thought of Brats as the cool older sister who's
Yeah.
mean to you but loves you, and
Oh,
then
I love
Barbie
that.
was like your, like, sister who came home when she's, like, 30 and has
Oh
a
my
really good
god.
job and, like, super responsible. Like, that's how I kinda look at the
I
dolls.
I love that. I don't know, I guess I just always thought of them as cool dolls, like kinda like you
They're
were
just
saying, like
cool. Like, yeah,
yeah,
like, you would like, I would love to be friends with them in real life if they existed.
yeah,
Like, they're
I
really
love
cool.
that. Yeah, no, definitely cool. Oh gosh, so I
Yeah.
guess
More
CEO
racism. Oh, no, sorry.
No, you're
No,
good,
the
you're
more
good.
racism is next. But Isaac.
Yeah, yeah. You're good. So CEO Isaac Larian, I don't know how to say his name,
I've been
made a
saying it Larian too.
statement. And he said, I have seen a few pages and I have to tell you, it's a bunch of garbage. The people who have written this are irresponsible. We're talking about plastic toys, for God's sake. If plastic toys are setting up the morality of this world, then we are all in big trouble. Which, honestly,
Yeah.
go Isaac, because I agree with him. Like,
Yeah,
literally, at the
like
end of the day, I think it's a parent's job to be teaching their children the
what how
ways of
to
the world.
act.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Like, if you're not if you're upset with, like, what your kid is, like, learning, then I don't know what to tell you. That's your job to teach, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
or
Because I
don't
see that
buy
a
them for them. Like, it's
Yeah,
as simple as that.
exactly,
If you don't want them to play with it, don't buy it for them.
exactly. I
Now
don't know if
more
you wanted to
racism. Yeah.
Yeah, do you wanna take this one
S
away?
yeah, and then in Hong Kong, so Hong Kong ordered a bunch of the dolls, but Sasha was cut from the collection there. So one of the mothers called Hasbro in Hong Kong, and
Yeah.
she was told by a customer service representative, "We're not selling Sasha in Hong Kong. Market research has shown black dolls are not popular. We couldn't market this doll here." And I was like, "Oh man, these
Terrible.
dolls just had like racism thrown at them left and right."
I mean, this is, I feel like, legit racism because, like,
Yeah, like, they
dang,
wouldn't sell
just
Sasha on the shelves
Sasha? Come
because she
on.
wouldn't. And then
That's
Hasbro
ridiculous.
Hong Kong, which holds the license for Bratz in Hong Kong and
Okay.
Taiwan, denied it and said, like, Sasha absence was not because of her color and that the customer services representative was wrong and the company had not done market research, which I call a lie because every
Of
company does market
course.
research,
Of
especially for
course.
toys.
Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. That's ridiculous. That's annoying. And it's honestly wild, like looking back at like how much drama was going around with this like
With a
literal
Bratz doll,
doll
like, it's that's
brand.
why I was like, "This is so surprising," when I was
Yeah.
finding out all this information about it. I was like,
And here
"Wow,
we
a doll."
I'm like, here we are, like 8-year-old or however young we were playing with our dolls, and we are just so none the wiser about what's going
Just playing with our
on
dolls,
in the
then
big world with like
yeah,
all these
s
people in
up
power and
in
these big
arms about
companies.
stuff.
Gosh, that's wild.
Yeah, like, screw Mattel for getting Bratz taken off the shelves because it did, like, disappear for a while, and then they kinda got came
Yeah,
back again, but it didn't have the same as, like, impact, you know?
I genuinely want to show you. I don't know if I'll be able to find it, but what the Bratz dolls, um, like look like now. They really, I was like, oh
Maybe
yeah,
there's a
here.
before and after picture?
They're just like taller.
Interesting. I
You
wonder
see what I'm
why.
saying?
Yeah. I bet I
Like
could
they're,
find a 2008 or 2004, like, Jade on eBay or something.
yeah. Oh no, this is
My
like,
mom never liked them because of she thought it was weird the shoes came off, like, their
oh my
feet.
gosh, my mom thought those were weird too.
Okay, so was
Eh,
it a mom thing? Like, they just
maybe, but I don't know. To be honest, I'm not gonna lie. I think my sister and I genuinely lost most of their shoes, so most of our dolls were just pegged feet.
that's creepy. That's probably why.
So they were always shorter. So watch, actually, the dolls never change size, but this is just how they're supposed to look with shoes on.
And you're
I love
confused
that.
because they're normal size
That's
with their
they are
shoes.
yeah. That's so funny. Well, good part of childhood to say the least. I
Yeah.
loved it.
I
It
hope
was
people are also equally surprised by how controversial Bratz were, which I guess, like, their name are Bratz, like, I feel like you're
yeah.
asking for trouble, so
Yeah, which is whatever. But yeah, I really wanna go into my parents' basement to see if I can dig up a few dolls. I mean, they probably look in rough shape because I remember I had all the girls and then I had the boy one with the earring. I don't know what his name was, but
it's not important. Like, yeah,
yeah,
it's all about the
yeah,
girls. Yeah.
exactly. Ugh,
He was a
love
side
that.
character, yeah.
Exactly. Oh, I love that.
We'll actually look it up.
Anyways,
Yeah, thank you so much for listening, and we hope everyone has a good week and hopefully makes it through January because 'cause it's been
for
slow.
real, for real. Like, part of me is like, "Oh my gosh, we're already halfway through January," and then a part of me is like, "We're only halfway
Only
through
halfway through
January."
January. I was
You
like, it
know,
should be
like,
February. I wanna put up my Valentine's Day stuff too. That's
oh,
my I
already put them up.
love the decorations for Valentine's Day.
Put them up this weekend. I was just like, "I need it. Sorry.
Okay,
Can't
you
look at the
did that
Christmas stuff."
already?
And oh,
Okay,
yeah.
okay. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I was like, When we got back
It's
from
hard
our
to
trip.
go from Christmas and then taking it down. So that's a good segue, put the Valentine's
No,
stuff
I
up.
literally was like, "Whatever. I'm putting it up. I don't care."
Yeah.
I love it. Awesome. Then, well,
Okay.
everybody, thank you for listening, and we will see you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.